We've all heard the top players in the world are one step ahead, but we've never heard what it actually means, what it looks like, and how to implement it. By the end of this video, I can guarantee your decision making and football IQ will skyrocket. So first, we need a definition of what being one step ahead actually means. And it's simply knowing your opponent's next move. When we define it like this, you'll realize how vital it is that you know how to be one step ahead, as we see it all around us. The chess player who can plan more moves ahead is most likely going to win. But again, let's be crystal clear. Plan more moves ahead is related to the opposition player, how that opposition player will react. Same with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, tennis, which is a huge component in that game. You get the point. Now, let's look at some ways we can become one step ahead in football. Let's start with this Messi clip. Composure at its finest. If he gets tackled, PSG only have one defender back. So, many would say this skill is too risky for Messi. But then we see the same exact skill in the same scenario in a risky area, again and again. Now, it starts to see Messi knows something that we don't. We may look at these scenarios as risky or even foolish, but for Messi, they are a walk in the park. Why? Messi is one step ahead. All the top players are. Now, the vital question, how is he one step ahead? Let's break it down. Being one step ahead means Messi knows the defender's next move. But how? He understands the defender's psychology in this specific scenario. Therefore, he knows how he will act and how he can bait him to even more. This is all pattern recognition. All clips, he's in front of the front line. All clips, we see a teammate in field who is initially free for a pass. Or running on the blind side for one. All clips, all teams are in a low block. All clips, we have an engaged forward, whilst the rest sitting compact. All clips, Messi goes through the gap on this player and this player. And lastly, all clips, Messi uses the same skill. Messi understands the risk and reward for this player. As Messi goes to bait the pass with his leg back, this player's psychology is always the same. High potential reward if he tackles Messi, low risk if he gets taken on, as he has 10 other men in a low block behind the ball. Messi throwing his fake pass will always move this player to block off the passing lane. Now, La Claqueta is a perfect skill to go through the gap. A real fine detail to maximize this scenario for you. Notice how Messi hops to delay and make sure the defender is over this side, enough so it's safe to go inside. Whereas when the defender is directly in front, there is no need for the hop. Now, covering all of this, if we ask the question, how risky is this play for Messi? I bet now you see it as much less risky. So we've covered one small compact dribble scenario and broken down what it actually means to be one step ahead. The more scenarios you're aware of, the easier it is to be one step ahead. Being one step ahead results in you doing plays like this. This Odegaard clip is magical. How can Odegaard be one step ahead here? Congested area, ball coming from wide to infield with space to turn, and switch to play. Everyone at first glance here would say he has to switch to play, but he's one step ahead. Now remember, we can use different skills to bait it even more. He's initially square and turns side on. Paused here, the defender for sure thinks he's opening up. At the last second, he sharply stops the ball, touches it in field and plays this deadly pass. The player that the man runs off has completely switched off, again as he is sure Odegaard will turn out. If you're always playing the obvious option, you'll never catch a team by surprise. Hopefully this makes it more clear why the top players get more key passes, assists, goals, dribbles. They are just constantly catching the opposition team by surprise, turning down the obvious option and doing something a little more riskier. But we can mitigate this risk the better our pattern recognition is, like the Messi examples before. Now the last example we have, which ties into decision making with passing and breaking lines, is a match clip from a player in the CMP community. Shout out to Diana, who's a super active member, and he put in a post asking for some advice with his match clips. But it's his question about this clip that we will cover. What should I have done when my 6 got the ball here? The first thing to notice is as the ball is switching play, how can we predict what the opposition are thinking? The easiest way is what you're thinking. We even see Diana pointing to switch to play. Now, with this information, he can be one step ahead and predict all opposition midfielders are thinking the same. If he scans, he will see another advanced midfielder here. He could drop in and play a first-time pass to break the line, catching everybody by surprise and look like a star playmaker. By the way, we're getting a lot of emails asking to join the CMP community. It's completely free for a lifetime once you've purchased any course. You'll be automatically added and you can find it via the section dashboard at the top of the CMP website. It's designed to support you so you never feel lost or alone whilst you're going through these programs. As you can see, once you can shift your thinking and learn how to be one step ahead, your game can and will skyrocket. This stuff isn't taught, but this is a pattern that we found through years of building out our own frameworks to simplify complex things as much as possible. I really hope this video helped. When I was playing, I was completely unaware of this. And I know this one is one of the main things stopping some of you ballers from completely blowing up. We work too hard, sacrificing so many hours year after year to not have access to all the game-changing knowledge, holding us back from our true potential. Thank you for watching. Take off the full screen and click that like button if you've taken anything from this video. In your next training session, see how many times you can be one step ahead. But most of all, keep chasing your potential.